Hi folks, it's that wonderful time of year again where it is the federal survey, student parent survey form. And as it seems the past 3 years, the federal government has changed the form again. As my husband says, if it works, it's the government, we have to change it. So let's go through some changes for the 2014 survey. First of all, this is a blank survey. All students have received a survey with the barcode. If your darling student has lost the survey, which we know none of them will, but if they do, please go to the sub-school and get them a form with a barcode on it. It's easier for them to track and keep track of who's turned it in and who hasn't, because really, I don't want to make a phone call because the student hasn't turned in their survey when they did. So make sure you have the barcode. Second, so let's go through a couple scenarios. Let's say you have a student whose parents do not work for the federal government. Well, folks, that's the easiest. All they do is the parent signs the form and dates it. Please make sure that it is dated anytime after October 31st. So the month should be November, any date in November, and the year should be 2014. Please check this, because remember, we cannot correct the form. If that is incorrect, it has to go back home and the parents have to re-sign it. So please do that. Parents are the only ones who can make corrections. Next one, number 2. This is the one that I had to fill out tonight for my darling daughter, and let me tell you, this is a pain. If you are a parent, if you have a parent who is a federal employee, please stress this with their kids. First of all, they need to fill out not only the parent, the employer who works, but you only need one parent. That's all you need. If both parents work, you only need one. What you do is the parent fills out their address, their work address, but then they have to fill out the federal property name. This is what took me the time tonight. It was a pain, but doing some Google research, they can. Parents need to fill that out, and they also need to do the federal property address. This may be different. I know, for example, my husband works for the U.S. Patent and Trademark, and we did notice that the employer's address and the federal property address were different. Please make sure that they fill all this out and that they have completed number 3 if they are in one of these addresses. For example, if they are working on a property, they may fill this out, but not this. They may not have a check here. So just make sure you check that. Also, folks, please remember that you cannot fill out the form. The student cannot fill out the form. The only one who can fill this out is the parents. So this is for civilians. This is only for civilians. If they are in the military, they will have a different section. If they are in the military, they will if they are in the U.S. military, they will fill out section 4. And they will need to attach a copy of their activation orders. If you have a parent that is in this boat and you have any questions about the activation orders, please see Marlene, because she'll show you, because the parents, there is some private information, so she can show you what the parents can do to fill this out and make that requirement. The last part is we do have some students whose parents are in the military, but in a foreign military. They would complete number 5. Every student, regardless of whether the parent is a civilian, regardless of every student, if their parent doesn't work for the federal government, every parent has to sign and date this. If their parent, remember, if their parent is a civilian federal employee, they are filling in number 2 and number 3. If their parent is military, they are filling out section 4. If their parent is military but foreign military, they are filling out section 5. Please remember, and it is so important, Please, please, please do not touch these forms. We are not allowed to fill out these forms. They have to be filled out by the parents only. And with that, happy federal survey form.